step right up. Welcome to page 7. My name is Jackie Zabrowski.
And I'm MJ. The story of the week is Brad Pitt falling off the wagon.
Yeah,
but here at page 7.
Down, Seena, we're keeping our knees down. Oh, when the sun goes down and burns the tar up on the roof. And when your shoes get so hot, you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Down under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my Seena is where I'll be. Ba-ba-da-ba. Under the boardwalk, hanging out with Seena under the boardwalk. MJ, you're there too, under the boardwalk. Oh no, look, it's Jackie under the boardwalk. You can come on too under the boardwalk. Boardwalk. Yeah, you feel yes. Let's let it out. Let your chest hair out. Let it out. Let it out. Welcome, Seena.
Workplace harassment.
Yes,
that
it's
count
not
as
if it's consensual.
Harassment?
Consensual, MJ. Consensual, Seena.
I'm here.
I consent.
We're consenting, and I hope you
it's
at
sexy.
home. Consexy. That is what we are here at page 7. And I hope that you're consenting at home. And if you're not, you could just shut it off. You know, you definitely can. But you want to keep watching, guys, because what's going to happen on today's episode, we don't know. But we do know, don't we, Seena?
We do know. I'm ready.
And Seena's ready to sing along with the songs later, and he's going to nail them. He's going to kill them. But in the meantime, we're having a summer. We're in the middle of a summer, y'all.
Look at my shirt.
I see. I mean, MJ, you may as well be in a pool currently. I love this look.
I was
We're
going to
doing
say,
buttons. Let's open
Hawaiian
buttons.
shirt. You do want to have it open a little bit.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. No, it's from the little boys Target section. Thank you for noticing.
Thank you. Wow. And no wonder it fits so well with your mystique.
MJ, so you're in the Target section, holding up the shirt, and then you put it against yourself.
This is the problem. There's no way to not look like a total freak. And so
You're the creep.
This is from last year, okay? So it's pre-boycott, it's post-boycott. I should have been boycotting Target for many years, and I don't know where else to shop, okay? But yes, I go to the little boys section, and I pretend I'm shopping for a 14-year-old boy. I don't try it on in the boys department, Seena. What am I, a creep?
Let me in there. You just go and you're just like, oh, I gotta get into the little boys' room.
No, I just pretend that, and it's funny because in my basket I have a bunch of stuff for like 7-year-old girls, and then I go, and then I also have a 14-year-old son I'm shopping for, and then I buy
just
stuff.
Pretend,
Sure.
Just start pretending. But no, you don't need to, MJ. I'm proud of you. You know what? I'm proud of you for wearing children's clothes because I know I try to fit into those husky boys' clothes, and oftentimes my Tetons don't fit, and it makes me sad.
Tough. The Tetons I don't have to worry about the Tetons.
No,
but
you
not
ripped
a lot
them
of
off, you beautiful bastard.
Not a lot of 14-year-old boys have like a postpartum belly. So that is
because they get it all tucked in as they should.
It doesn't. The shirts don't fit like a glove, okay, but it is the closest I'm getting. If I wear the men's shirts, I look ridiculous, So.
But you look great all the time, MJ. You're always looking great.
Too.
Thank you. And
I feel like Seena he's part of the matching on top, matching on bottom. Not right now, but like you often have a whole suit.
Carpets match their drapes? Are you talking about his chest hair? Are you bringing up his chest hair?
That is true, though. That is true. It is pretty similar.
And you're not supposed to ask that anymore.
Dark-haired. It would be surprising if the carpet didn't match their drapes. Like, no, I'm actually blonde down there.
It's not as gray down there, but it's going to be that way.
I don't know. Surprisingly, I'm a lot more gray down there than I am up here.
Really?
I'm very, very surprised. Oh, yeah, really. It bowls me over every time.
There's a lot of stressful work happening down there.
Yes.
The stress goes straight to the pubic hair.
Straight to the pubic hair. All the way right out. Squeaks right out. No, man, I guess I've been out here looking really good because over the weekend, Last Podcast Network, as well as Crude Inc., which is the company that my my husband runs, he's the artist of, we were at Midsummer Scream over the weekend. And man, if I tell you guys, we had a blast. It's crazy. It's one of the biggest horror cons in the world. It really is a ridiculous experience. We met so many amazing people, but I wanted to share this story because I'm gassed up for like at least the next 3 years of my life. Because let's just say in the morning, right before everything opens, John Carpenter was sitting at his booth and he had his handlers around, of course. It was before a real big busy day. And Jeff and I saw that John Carpenter was sitting there and we went over to go see Henry. And Henry was like, let's go talk to him. And I was like, I don't want to bother him. It's before the show. He's just sitting there. And Henry's like, let's go talk to him. So the three of us go up to him. And Henry just goes, Mr. Carpenter, Mr. Carpenter. And he looks over and he goes, will you buy my sister? And I paraded myself around and I immediately started showing myself off. And then Jeff said, she's my wife. I own her and I give you permission to purchase her. And he looked me up and down and went, okay. And so, y'all, I've recently been purchased by John Carpenter, and I'm gonna go. I gotta go be his wife now, and I'm done with the show. So I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. I gotta go be a wife of a Halloween genius, and this is huge for me.
Yeah.
He looked at me and said he would purchase me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you dine out on that for the rest of your life.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm eating good in this neighborhood.
He's going to be eating those grays.
Yeah. Oh, and he's not going to
Did you tell him? Did you tell him about all the grays?
All right. He had long white hair. All right. I bet he's into what's down there. And then he's like, oh, the carpets do match the drapes. And I say, yes, they do, Mr. Carpenter. And I will be calling him Mr. Carpenter as his head is between my legs. Of course I will. I show respect.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for understanding because it's been really difficult. A lot of us out here have been celebrating Summerween just on the whole. And I feel like Summerween is hitting harder this year than it usually does. And I think it's because people are so sad. I think that we all just need, and especially us goth babies, we hit August and it's just like, is it October yet? Can we just get past this? This is now, it really is, it's crazy. You know how Christmas has taken over many months of the holidays? Halloween, and I love it, is finally getting its due. And now Halloween is spreading all the way up into July, and this is great for us.
Is that when you say Summerween, do you mean the creeping spread of Halloween as a holiday, or is it something else? Is it like a Christmas in July situation where some people just do this they have chosen to observe a holiday at a wrong time?
Yes and yes, because here's the thing. If you are, and I know that we shouldn't, but this is around this time of year when Michaels starts putting out all the Halloween stuff. And this is when all the stores start putting out all the Halloween stuff. Now, is most of it made out of AI now? Yeah. Yeah, you want to look at how many fingers are on the skeleton before you purchase the skeleton, but and also, man, it is crazy. Just, they really try to keep AI out of Midsummer, and it's just rampant. It's not supposed to be there, and it's yucky, and it's disgusting, and get out of the way because there's real artists that should be there. But, I just need to scream about that every once in a while.
So at the convention, you see a lot of AI art?
Not so much necessarily. It's like with the selling of food and stuff like that. So it wasn't necessarily the artists themselves, but there was a whole spot where people would go to take pictures and all of the backgrounds, all of it was AI. And I'm like, so you're paying to take pictures like in front of this? Like, why'd you even make this then? It's just such a...
In my neighborhood, there's a flyer advertising like an open mic, and it is like the most AI slop that you've ever seen in your life. And I'm just like, and my poor kids, I scream about it every time. I'm like, you shouldn't use AI to advertise art. It's just inherently contradicting. But Jackie and Seena, would it be insensitive of me to start constructing a Halloween costume based? I don't know. Can it be drunk Brad Pitt? Can we let's workshop it?
Yeah.
I'm just no bad ideas here. How can I?
So are you going to be drunk Brad Pitt when he was on the plane that one time screaming at all of his kids and traumatizing all of his children? Are you that Brad Pitt?
I want to. Can we? Because I don't want to do child abusing Brad Pitt.
Okay, we don't want to.
You
Okay,
want
don't want to
saucy
do.
Brad Pitt is what I'm hearing.
I think I want to make fun of Brad Pitt without dragging any children into it, and I think that's easy now that he's not in his kid's life because he's estranged from them.
Let me just challenge you on this point. You could involve your kids if you really wanted to commit to the character.
This is kind of
That's
nice.
true.
Yeah,
It would be an
community.
immersive experience for
Yeah.
them.
My family does usually do a group costume, and so Gideon could be
Include all the
Angelina
kids.
escaping with the children, and I am just,
Oh my God,
leaving
Gideon
a
as
mess in my wake.
Angelina. Oh my God, I love this. Although he's
Escaping
gonna
with
have
the
to get
kids.
another skeleton costume, and I think that it would be fun to watch him get that down. Oh my God, with the big lips too, just
Big
skeleton
lips.
costume and huge lips, and he has to explain all night long who he is. I'm like, oh, I'm Angelina Jolie from 20 years ago.
Yeah, from
No,
like
everyone's
from
gonna
the-
get it.
From
He's-
the divorce time. Yeah, I don't want to make fun of anyone's lack of sobriety, obviously, but he's not presenting it as a problem. He's presenting
No.
it as a solution.
This
And I
is-
think that's, it's tough.
This is why we're talking about it here, because it actually really is a very sad story. So Brad Pitt has confessed to being no longer sober after 7 years of sobriety. Now, this has come after the huge trial of, the custody trial and the divorce proceedings and everything. And he really got ripped through. I mean, don't worry. He's still doing F1. He's fine. You don't have to
His
worry
career
about Brad
has
Pitt.
survived,
Yeah,
but his mental
career's fine.
health. Yeah.
But then now he's out confessing that he is no longer sober. And it's not in a way of, this is something that I am struggling with, that this is in a way, it is not presented as such. It is so now I'm having some beers. I could have a few beers. It's just some beers.
Did have to be professional about it, is what he was saying, which
did
is a
say have to
weird
be
way to
yeah.
frame.
It's a
Drinking.
weird way to frame drinking. And in this, last week, we had a lot of conversation talking about Ariana Grande. And I do feel that it is at a level that talking about something like this, I feel, is dangerous. I think
Talking
it is-
about sobriety
talking
this
about sobriety
flippantly.
in this in this manner, that I think that it's scary. It's scary to see him talking about any addict, to see someone that had struggled. Seeing them talk about it like this, I think should really raise a lot more red flags than just oh, he's drinking again, it's fine.
It's
You
almost
know?
like he shouldn't have said the word sober.
I think
Yeah.
that's it. I think that I think that I don't know to what extent Brad Pitt's problem is a drinking problem or a
Yeah.
violence problem. I think that the problem
I think they don't
with
help
him,
each other.
Right, totally. And I think that the problem is that what we know about Brad Pitt's drinking was that it was specifically involved with an incident of violence against his children. I was also thinking about this in a totally different context, different celebrity who has, so Conor Oberst, Bright Eyes, who I absolutely love, and we were talking a few years ago about how he was kind of barely able to finish his shows. Obviously, anybody who's ever listened to any of his music, he has struggled with substance use and alcohol use his entire life, but he's also never tried to get sober,
Right.
fully sober. He's never identified as somebody he's never said I am an addict or I'm an I don't know about that. He has never, anyway, long story short, this year he is speaking more about that experience and about how he got really, really low and he's doing better now. And what he says now is I'm not sober. I'm not sober. I'm not trying to be sober, but I feel like I'm not out of control right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have a healthy relationship with these substances. And I think from somebody, I know, Jackie, you live with somebody who is, been through the program. And I think for a lot of people to hear somebody who obviously has
And
had an
10
alcohol
years
problem over the years.
successfully, of 10 years success. And
Totally.
someone that goes out of his way to talk to other people that are going through experiences like this. And he really, truly tries to reach out and connect with people, especially people that are struggling. And that's why I think that reading this, and I know that I even make jokes about professionally
Did
drinking.
Jeff reach out to Brad?
He did,
reach
and
out to
Brad was like, "You know what? I'm
Thanks
fine.
for calling.
I'm
Okay.
good, babe. It's
good.
all good." And you know what? I just was really proud of Jeff for doing that. I was really big of you to do that. But no, I'm talking about other people. I'm talking about just in general. And I appreciate that he's the kind of person that people go to ask for advice about things like that. And I it does make me think that, like, I hope Brad Pitt has somebody. I hope that he has but that's the thing. I don't know if he has a sponsor because it seems, I don't know if he's gone through the program. We don't know. We don't know a lot.
It does seem like, and I don't think I'm speaking out of turn here, but our whole group of friends have had our run-in and ups and downs with substances,
yes.
alcohol, drugs,
on air.
Maybe a couple of abuses.
On camera, on air, on stage.
Maybe for many years. Maybe a whole show you don't remember anything you said into the microphone during,
Sure, we thought it was fun to do those things then.
We didn't think anyone was going to listen to them, though.
I always view it as, I view it as, can you let the party stop? Or does the party take over your life? And I can speak for myself, at least, when I've gotten things under control in a way that makes me happier as a person and makes me able to regulate my emotions better. But I'm not sober. I'm not trying to tell people or flex that I'm sober.
Right.
But
I think your relationship with substances can change.
Yes.
And I think that saying that, and again, I can't speak to whether or not Conor Oberst's relationship with substances is healthy or not. But I thought it was interesting to hear him be like, don't call me sober because I'm not. I still like to not be sober, but I have gotten a healthier relationship with it. And I think that, I don't know. I agree, Jackie, I think the problem with the way Brad Pitt is talking about it is he's just being very flippant. I flippant. I had a problem. I was sober for 7 years, but now I have a good relationship with it. And it's fine, and it just is a little hard to square, especially given that it was based in these patterns of aggression and violence. I think that's really where it's hard to go back to it and be like, no, I'm good now.
Can I ask you guys about Brad? Because I struggle with Brad.
Sure.
Because I grew up
sexually, or
he is a gentle lover. Okay. He caresses my face.
Oh.
And then slowly anyway.
Actually, we're going to want to hear more about this, but we're going to have to hear about it after this ad. So, Seena, please continue talking about how Brad Pitt is as a gentle lover.
He is very sweet to me.
Yeah.
But I grew up with Brad Pitt, watching him and stuff like this, and your body and your mind kind of have this positive connection. I remember him in True Romance.
Ooh, whoa. See, I'm more of a Legends of the Fall, Brad,
sure.
But I get you.
I'm a simple bro. I'm a Fight Club bro.
You're a Fight Club bro, yes.
Like, we have a relationship with previous Brad before he got...
earlier Brad.
Do we...
Bad Brad.
Oh, God, he is bad Brad now. Sorry,
That's
please.
the thing. And it's not like these aren't... And then the stuff that happened on the plane... It's also not like something that I was in like TMZ. This is like court documents. So it's recorded. That's how I always kind of view these things. So it's real in my view, right? All this stuff happened. How do we judge him? Like, I find myself conflicted, but still enjoy the films and enjoy his work.
And you love F1,
I like F1,
the F1, but did you watch the movie F1?
I did. I went to the movie.
I was very annoyed because I felt like they just kept shoving F1 in our faces, but I also don't care about the Zoom part of it.
The
zoom
cars go round, fast.
Yeah, the round
cars.
The fast cars. Yeah. The Tracy Chapman of it all.
The Zoom aspect of it, not the meeting software.
I think this is the question of our time. How do we appreciate the art that all of the bad people have made, right?
And can you be a good person and make art? That's good.
I think so. There's some of them.
Less and less.
There's some. No, well, I don't know. I remember asking this question in like 2014 or whatever year the Michael Jackson documentary came out, and I was like, do I take him off all my playlists? And this was not my insight. It was somebody else's who wrote into the political podcast where I was talking about this with my brother at the time, and someone was like, I think that when it comes to something like this, it's not like you have to, it's a question of can you still enjoy it? Like, can you hear an MJ song come on a playlist and still enjoy it? And that's not even a moral question. You're always going to enjoy MJ.
Oh, yeah. I mean, MJ's
I think
Minute
with
Munchies.
Brad Pitt, it's like, like I feel like we all have our people where we're like, I'm still gonna like that book or I'm still gonna like that movie even though they're a baddie, and it depends on what kind. Are we talking dirty dog bad, or are we talking abusive to a son on a plane bad? And yeah, I mean, I'll still watch Fight Club, but I'm not gonna like go to bat for Brad Pitt as an actor. You know what I mean?
It does, and it just is like seems like a challenge with him because he's now out. And I also feel weird when they're doing these human interest pieces. I can't remember what magazine he did that interview for, but it's like they're clearly coming out and trying to connect their on-screen persona and the love you have for them to their real life.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, big time. He's trying to rehabilitate himself.
Exactly.
And yeah, he's dressed it all. He's doing all these fashion. Yeah, he was disgraced. And now he's like, but remember how
hot I am? But do you guys remember? I mean, you look at the pictures, and the problem is that, God damn, he's aging like a fine wine. Like, he's just looking better and better. Like, it's very,
but this is another thing where and I think sometimes people are like, oh, you were just so vindictive and you never want to forgive. If Brad Pitt came out and said, I had a horrific time in those years. I'm processing. I was a bad husband. I was a bad dad. I might never be able to repair with my children, but I can at least acknowledge what was done. That's also different. But instead, he's just like, but remember how good I look in a suit?
And you know what it also reminds me of is how he built all those homes that ended up like falling over in New Orleans.
Like
all the bad stuff that he's ever done.
It's like
starts coming back to me now when stuff like this happens.
Especially under the guise of a good thing, when it's like, oh, and you didn't even do it 100%. Jesus, like you can't do anything all the way.
It's like Ashton Kutcher with his remember he was like obsessed with human trafficking for a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes.
Like,
I like you saying it as if he was the head of the human trafficking.
Parentheses anti.
He likes to organize them. He likes to make sure that they're all the the slaves are organized by height, by weight.
No,
and someone's got to.
They're gonna put their little fingers in a little soup of charity, and they're gonna mess it up, and it's gonna be totally self-serving.
Get your fingers out of my soup, celebrities.
Yeah, no, I think that this attempt at rehabilitation by Brad is really messy. Yeah, because he's like, look, I'm doing a photo shoot. You saw me getting photographed with booze at Taylor's wedding before I had publicly come out and said I'm sober.
And now
so it also feels like damage control.
Exactly.
It's messy.
It is messy.
He said, I can have a few drinks, but he didn't say how many nights a week he has a few drinks.
A few drinks, and that he now knows not to drink too much, and it's just, what is that level, and how are you able to control that as time goes on?
We'll know if he starts getting real bloated, real fat.
We'll be able to see it, all over his face.
Yeah,
and man,
he's a little puffy now.
Yeah, and he's looking it. He's looking not juicy in a good way. Yeah. And man, speaking of not juicy in a good way, MJ and I both screwed up last week. MJ, I weirdly knew you were talking about Their Eyes Were Watching God, and I don't know if it's because we were talking about it, were we talking about it recently? We both knew that we were talking about Their Eyes Were Watching God, which is a very, very different book than the play of Children of a Lesser God, which is the one that we are talking about. I think they're about a couple of different things, and they are
talking about taking accountability. I was trying to talk about rabies.
Accountability.
I was trying to talk about rabies, and I was thinking of the only book that I remember that really depicts the horror of rabies, and I meant to say Their Eyes Were Watching God, the 1937 novel by Zora Neale Hurston. And instead I said Children of a Lesser God, which I think that this is an understandable mistake. And I knew that Jackie knew what I meant. Just the words.
So Ladder is about child abuse, isn't it?
Well, Children of a Lesser God is a deaf woman, and John Hurt and Marley Matlin won the Oscar for it is I've seen so many scenes from
play.
Children of a Lesser God done, which is they shouldn't have done because no one should be playing Marley Matlin's role unless they are deaf. Can we say that to all the high school competitors out there that are also performing scenes from Children of a Lesser God?
I literally it happened.
Don't go full deaf. Okay, whatever you do,
whoa,
you could go 10% deaf.
Yeah, we can go little deaf.
You
am
go
I right?
Little hard
Frenchies
of hearing
out there.
Don't
So I just
go
want
full
to
death.
apologize to everyone who was trying to figure out what I was talking about when I invoked Children of a Lesser God, a very beautiful text about a relationship and like the deaf experience with Marley Matlin. And I was trying to talk about rabies.
Very different.
Their eyes were watching
Well, that's
God
a
by
good correction,
Zora
yes.
Neale
we need to get that out there because they are very different. And I don't know if it's that MJ and I have had a conversation about the rabies in their eyes were watching God before that I knew exactly what you were talking about, but we were both desperately wrong. But that's why we are here to have these confessions, guys.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah.
See,
You're
you're taking
welcome.
accountability. Neither
Thank
of
you.
you are sober.
Thank you.
Take
Yeah.
take a lesson, Brad Pitt.
Please.
This is
And
what it
also,
looks like.
maybe Brooklyn Beckham could also learn a couple of lessons out there. And maybe one of those lessons is if you pretend that you are a chef, which is one of the professions that Brooklyn Beckham has pretended to be, he would probably know that like cooking pasta with seawater is just not it. And it's such a weird because I love that everyone's like asking, is this rage bait? I thought you were a cook. It's just so funny that they'll do anything to talk about Brooklyn Beckham. They really like this is such a stupid. I know that he posted like it's all about like, of course we get some pasta water before drinking the pot and collecting the seawater. It was like as if like it's crazy that people die of dehydration when they're on an island somewhere. Isn't that so crazy? They got all this water out here. Like, I'm surprised he didn't say that in the TikTok.
You know, I'm generally not a let's eat the rich. I hate the billion. I just think that's a waste of time for personally. Whatever you guys all want to do,
Okay.
everyone out there. I'm generally not like, I don't spend a lot of time thinking about how bad the wealthy are in that sense.
Until you think of the Beckhams.
But when I think about the Beckhams, and when I see
When I
stuff
think
like
about
this,
the Beckhams.
I do think we need the Nepo babies need to be in a work camp. They need to be
to learn something.
Yeah, the parents need to be held hostage until the kids get out of the work camp.
But not in a Savannah Guthrie, Nancy Guthrie. Where is her mother?
Where is she?
Yeah, where is Savannah Guthrie's mother? I think that what's also happening with Brooklyn Beckham is that when that initial story came out, all of, the page sixes and it was such a gift, the story of the about mommy and daddy and the wedding, and I'm so mad at mommy for ruining my dance with my wife and everything.
Chef's
It was such a gift.
Beautiful.
That now it's like do we want to keep talking about Brooklyn Beckham? Because again, nothing's fun out here. Nothing's fun. In the celebrity gossip world, you look at it, page 6, it's rough. Okay, it's rough to find something fun. And so I think Brooklyn Beckham, being a professional dumbass
And
it's just
photographer.
Professional dumbass, professional photographer,
Thank you.
professional
Respect him.
amateur chef is like. I think that it's like, well, what is this something? I think that Brooklyn Beckham is now, and honestly, Northwest. It's like the Nepos. I'm not saying I got sympathy for the Nepos, but it's just kind of like it's kind of the gift that keeps on giving because no one's watching them. No one Brooklyn is an adult, but no one's teaching them how to be a person. And so they're just going to keep doing that dumb stuff.
I was about to say, I don't feel bad for Brooklyn Beckham, but I do feel bad for Northwest just
Totally.
because still
She's a kid.
a child.
She's still
and
a kid.
That is, it is kind of funny they canceled all the dates for Northwest Tour, and it's kind of funny that it's the second reason, not the first reason. The first reason for canceling the tour was not because they couldn't sell tickets. That's the second reason. First reason was because the other rapper, she had to finish her album. That's the reason why all the dates got canceled.
And then all the press around this turned into like a structural critique of Ticketmaster all of a sudden, like because Northwest couldn't sell tickets. And they're like, it's really hard to be like a young up and coming artist. And that's like, well, that's true. But I don't know if that's what's going on here.
That's not what's going on here.
I just hope Kim is a better mother to this little kid than her mother was to her.
Do you think that she's gonna? She's already has a canceled tour. She already has a canceled tour, Seena. So I think that she's not doing it.
Well, she did, of course. I mean, when your ticket sales can't pay for the security that you're going to have, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I went into a bit of a Northwest directional hole because there was a blind that was like North is taking shots at her mom very openly, but it's because she just put out a music video. And this was since the news of the canceled tour. She put out a music video, and I watched the music video, and
it's giving.
I don't know,
Is it giving
something.
13? Is it giving child?
That's the thing. I'm not going to make fun of a 13-year-old.
Elementary school?
Honestly, it's not even that
middle
it's bad.
school,
She obviously has like, I'm sure she has very good, producers and stuff that work with her. But it's kind of like the reason the headlines is it's dark. Like the Kanye West daughter North new music about suffering raises eyebrows. It's dark. It's moody. It's totally
She's
something
13,
that a
yeah.
13-year-old. Yeah. Like, I don't think that necessarily is reflective of anything that's going on with her parents or anything, but it is just, it's like, it's just very uncomfortable to watch this 13-year-old who has the resources to like produce like a fine looking, like she's 13. She's not a musical prodigy. She's not even really a musician. So it's like, at least some nepos, like they got the resources, but they also got the talent. And I'm not even saying she's not talented. She's 13. She's just too young. This is something you should be making in a basement with your friends,
Right.
not with like.
Because it's also Northwest apparently does, according to, the CD book, Northwest does write and produce. I don't know if you can hear it if you're not watching the YouTube. The produce her own music, and solely she is solely credited for being the writer and producer of her music, which is, I mean, technically, if she were doing it, would be very inspiring.
And also, like, listen, before her father, like, really became very unwell and also became an unapologetic Nazi.
Well, maybe he was always
in my
like
opinion,
that, but we don't,
He was a very talented musician. And I think that it's not impossible to imagine that North will become a very talented musician.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But I would say, Kanye, still making good beats. You could be a Nazi and make good beats. The question
I
is,
had a long time where I loved his music, and I was
I mean, what are you supposed to goose step to? You gotta get those
Exactly.
legs up.
a goose step, two-step, baby. Come on now.
I mourned, not talking about like how can we engage with Brad Pitt's movies. I really mourned not being able to throw on Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and feel great about it.
That's so funny you said that, MJ. That's the line I draw. That's the
You
last
still listen to
album
it?
that
Yeah.
I will listen to
Yeah,
because
I
say,
like Jesus too, but Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was before he really kind of fell.
That's
yeah.
exactly that's what I say. And I'm like, this.
So that's
after
allowed.
This, well,
It's like BK. It's like before Kanye's fall, or I guess then you can listen to it. Then
But
it's
then
okay.
sometimes it'll
but then
come
you do
on.
that for Michael Jackson as well. You're like, I don't know when he was grabbing the kids. Like, so put on Thriller.
There's no rule. We're writing the rule book as we go. Jack.
I know. We don't know. We don't know. In fact, even over the weekend, people were asking if we sold Thriller stuff, and we're like, no, we don't. We don't sell Thriller stuff.
So-
Larry David face.
well, I have a Will Smith Fresh Prince of Bel-Air shirt.
Oh.
And I actually wore it when we all watched the Oscars that one night when Will Smith slapped.
Yes.
I was wearing the shirt.
You're like, I guess this is the last night I'll ever wear this
And
shirt.
then my son, my 5-year-old, saw me with the shirt recently because I had it up in the closet for a long time. I never wore it. And now I just started recently wearing it again. And he's like, Daddy, who is that man? And I tell you, if there's ever been a question that really threw me for a loop,
Wow,
it was,
where do you begin?
He's a slapper. He's a talented actor.
slapper, but he slaps.
and he goes, Daddy, is that Donald Trump? Is the first thing he said.
Very different. Very,
I was
very
like,
different.
No, but
he's
he
not
is a
that bad.
goofy man. He is a goofy man.
Goofy man. He does.
Involved in a lot of great work.
They have similar ears, but that's kind of where it stops.
Yeah.
It's where it stops and it starts. I think that also, congratulations, you have a 5-year-old now. I
Thank
forgot it was
you.
Hero's
Yes, they're 3
birthday.
and 5, yeah.
Oh my God. I guess this is growing up.
Yeah.
And soon they're going to have their own canceled tour. And I'm really excited about that. When are we getting them on the stage? I want to see them. When are we getting them out there? I want to see them on
My
sets.
sons are going to have 15 canceled podcasts before they have a canceled tour.
I was
Yeah.
wondering when the projects were going to begin. Does Hero need a project manager yet?
He does have a little digital camera that I give him, and he does take photos and stuff
He's
like
so
that.
cute.
It is very sweet. sweet.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
devastatingly cute. Your kids, I tell you got to keep that. I mean, thank God, MJ, you guys live as far away from me as I do, because it's like you just got to keep them away from my quivering uterus. Just for like 3 or 4 more years, all right? And then I'll have the shop closed up, and then it won't matter anymore, and I don't have to worry about how I'm gonna screw up my kids to spurn them into trying to create a 14-date tour while I homeschool them. I don't know what I would have forced. I'm going to say it. Forced my kids into doing. And what are you guys currently forcing your kids into doing?
I'm forcing him to take pictures with like old
You're making him a
2003
photographer.
camera.
I love this.
Well, he's got to just learn. Today I told him about, we watched the Transformers movie, the original, the one with Orson Welles this last
Ooh.
week.
and Megan Fox.
You know,
Orson Welles, Megan Fox. It is the combo you never knew
So
you
we always
needed.
wanted.
Wow, we've been begging for it. AI, give us this when?
Although she is a good mommy, at least in terms of her kids' gender and stuff.
Good
so
mommy.
we will give that good mommy.
Good, and
mommy
left
alert.
Machine Gun Kelly after a while. I think good mommy. I'm going to say
Yeah.
it. I
Seems
think
like you're not really stable, MGK.
Yeah,
You're not really doing it.
I think, and man, if you
Yeah.
want to get stable, you better wait until we get back from the break.
So smooth.
But now, I hope that you guys are excited because I know, Seena, you've been really desperately waiting to talk about Harry Jousey. I don't think you know and or care about Harry Jousey whatsoever, but we are here as reality TV watchers to talk about Harry Jousey.
Before you dive in, can I just say, reading about this Harry Jousey thing, you know, I record the Foreign Report today, and I've been reading all about great power competition. How are these big levers of power being pulled, and all these different things, and
Yeah,
what
things are going
country
well.
is expanding, what's
Sure.
not, what's falling.
Yeah, sure.
You read about this, and you're
Harry
like,
Jousey.
I don't need to read about geopolitics. I know that the empire is failing just by reading about this.
Harry Jousey.
Right, yeah.
This is all
the
I need.
evidence is right here. And really what makes this one special is not just that it's dumb. It's not just that it's a dumb reality show. It is that it is a recycled idea
Wow.
based purely on the fact that Harry Jousey has a name that rhymes with the word Mary, just like Prince Harry has a name that rhymes with the word Mary. And in 2014, they made I Wanna Marry Harry,
I Wanna
which
Marry
Jackie Zabrowski was the
Harry.
one person who watched it.
One person.
And then they thought, oh, this fucking guy, Harry Jousey, he's fucking his way through all the reality shows. Let's do a show about him. Oh my God, his name's Harry. Let's just recycle the
What if
idea. It's
we
12 years
recycle
later.
it?
No one's going to remember it. But they didn't count on Jackie Zabrowski
Nope.
making this connection.
No, me and the one other person that also made the connection that I feel like is from some Australian publication, just me and this other person that has united the two. Now, I will say, big difference is an I Wanna Marry Harry, the Prince Harry one. It wasn't actually Harry, and it was Harry in quotations because it was just some fuck that had red hair and had no money. And so it was all a dupe to coerce these not very bright young American women that he was Prince Harry.
Just like,
which
that's a redheaded
means-
British man. That's Harry.
And yeah, that's him. Like, I saw a picture of him once, and yeah, that's definitely him. We're in a helicopter. Of course it's Prince Harry.
And it's before it seemed like the producers back in the day used to have to affirmatively lie to the contestants.
yeah.
But now we've achieved a level of idiocracy where you don't have to, you just kind of slightly build the environment. You put a little notes of status attached to a person, and all of a sudden, 20 women are ready to give this hairy man a rimmer to make his eyes roll in the back of his head.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, well, Harry Jousey is
insane.
Harry Jousey is the Prince Harry of the Netflix reality universe. Everybody knows him. Everybody wants to sleep with him. He's so cheeky. You know, I would sleep with him, honestly.
I also would sleep with him. I unfortunately, we've watched this this man enough that I saw him. I was behind him in an AMC, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's Harry Jowsey." And Jeff was like, "You don't act like this about anybody that you like."
You met Barack Obama, and you didn't react this way.
He was going to see Garfield, right? He was going to
He
see
was
Garfield.
going to see Garfield. I watched him walk into Garfield. He went to go see Garfield, and it made me like him more, Seena. It made me like him even more.
He texted me and Holden about it, and it was
shaky.
like, you guys were on. Do you remember what movie you were on your way to see? You were not on your way to see Garfield.
No, it was like the opposite of Garfield. I don't remember what it was, but it was the opposite. Garfield. And I was like, this guy. But he does say, Harry Jowsey says this is his last reality show. He's never going on another one because he's going to find his wife. And I just don't think that that's true. But I love it because in the beginning of the show, of course I started watching it immediately, all the girls were talking about like what they like about him and before they met him. And they were like, I like that he's 6'5".
It's just that he's tall.
God.
He's just tall.
Like that he's international because he's Australian.
He's tall and Australian. Those are the two best assets.
That's literally like that's all
and they
they
think
can
he's
say.
English.
And
I'm
sure they think he's English. I'm surprised.
Same thing.
Because it is. I think that's also why when they were thinking of it, they're like, oh my God, just like when Prince Harry did it. It's like he's the same person, but I bet Netflix doesn't even know he's Australian. I am going to throw that out there. And we are talking about Harry Jowsey from Too Hot to Handle. He was on Perfect Match. He was on Heartbreak Island. He was on Match Me If You Can. Like, he has been...
Doesn't he make an appearance in Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
What? Because they tried to get Taylor Frankie Paul to bang him, and he literally is like, you're too crazy for me. And that's saying something, y'all. If Taylor Frankie Paul, sorry, Taylor, you've got some problems, dude.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yikes. He was like, I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole. Yeah. And it was funny because he was brought in to stud, and he couldn't even stud.
No, Harry is not a terrible. Harry is a very charismatic person.
This is the problem, Seena, is that it seems like he's like also like he's got good intentions, and I don't think he does. I think that he's just 6'5" and Australian.
He's also become, I think, less of a pig. I think in Too Hot to Handle, he was really a fuck. But
what do you mean less of a pig? He's on 17 reality shows, banging his way through all of them.
He's on his last one, Seena. This is his last one.
Anyone ever thought we lost this war with Iran? This is we lost. Okay, guys,
we lost a long time
We've
ago.
all lost.
Because I Want to Marry Harry was what 10, 12 years ago. Like we lost
12.
a really long time ago. So
12 years ago.
Don't you worry about that, Seena, because we're out here worrying about other things, and I do love that you record Foreign Report right after whenever you join us for Page 7. It's such a switch for you to have to be like, what is happening over here? And it was funny because MJ was like, oh, maybe there'll be another raffle to bring up. And Seena was like, was there another raffle?
It was
immediately
legitimately angry at the phone. I yelled at my phone. I was like, surely this can't happen again.
Another raffle, Jesus.
Everyone I ran into like a week after recording that episode heard me complain about that raffle.
So funny. That's so funny. But you're not going to hear anything. Well, I guess, no, it's not Children of a Lesser God. You're not going to see anything going forward because I think it's time for blind items.
We're skipping the list?
Yeah.
All right.
No, we're not skipping lists. I just forgot about it. I just straight up forgot about it because I've been doing this show for 15 years, MJ. And how dare you make me think that I'm supposed to know what comes next? And yeah, it's the list. Sing it to me, Seena. Seena's singing today.
Oh, who's got on the list?
Me.
Yeah.
Gotta have
that list. Yes, Seena.
That was like 0.8 speed.
God, April, if you could just speed it up, if you could just give it a bump up, that would be great.
There was a request for me to sing. I just want you to know, at my kid's birthday party, I start singing Happy Birthday.
Oh, you don't even do that?
Because I don't like my singing voice. I'm a talking voice.
Happy birthday is tough. It's a big range. It goes high before you expect it to. It's like, I dreamed a dream. You're like, I'm up here and then I'm
You're
down
so
here
right.
again.
And also, can we?
Yes.
How do
that's
we
the one.
feel about the ones that harmonize with the birthday song? And I feel like that's something that isn't complained about enough. And I say this as a theater person because I think we all knew the person that was "Happy Birthday to you," like where they would add the harmony, and you're like, okay,
Yeah,
we
I
don't
like
need a
those
harmony.
people.
Oh,
Wow.
of course you do, MJ.
Of course you don't like them. Oh, yes.
Of
I hate
course you
children
do.
singing, and I hate
Yeah.
children dancing, and I hate harmony.
Yep. Hate it.
Well, anyways, audience, you're welcome for me singing.
And thank
He
you.
sang.
We thank you
He
so
did
much,
sing.
Seena. But are we thanking these celebrities who avoid social media? I was just talking to a friend the other day who has absolutely no social media. Never has, never will. And I said, what is that like? He's like, I never think about it, and it's not a part of me. And
Love that.
I am equally frustrated as someone that was trying to purchase a birthday gift for him because I was trying to find out more information. How do you find out more information? And then I specifically was like, question for the audience right under the YouTube comments below. If you're currently dating someone or you're about to go on a date with them and they have no social media, do you still want to go on the date if in this day and age they don't have social media? Question for the audience. Anyway, I'm jumping back into the list. George
question.
Clooney. An actor as famous and famously outspoken as George Clooney, not posting online won't go unnoticed. The Oscar-winning actor has been asked about it repeatedly, and while his responses have been candid, the gentle prodding hasn't changed his mind. And he said, I don't think you can be a star and be that available. And then he said, while confessing that he'd worry about getting into trouble based on what he might post, quote, if I have 3 drinks at night.
Him in a mall or like arguing about, like the various human rights violations that she's fighting. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna, just take it to the internet because I've had some French wine. I love this.
It's very funny.
What do we guys think about genocide? Anyway, comments below. And then it's like,
It's just like, wait, we don't need to
Wait
get
a
into this.
minute.
It is funny that apparently at a screening of Jay Kelly, he says, I'm not on Twitter or Instagram because I drink. 3 a.m., my Mother Teresa joke might not play as well when I wake up the next day. And George
I love that.
Clooney.
George.
That's so
Yeah,
cute.
George.
Now that's a man with a healthy relationship with alcohol. But also he's right that there's no mystique to being a star anymore when you can just tweet at a star and
Right.
the star will be so insecure that they tweet back at you. It really takes them off a pedestal in a way that I miss. I'm like, put them on that pedestal. I don't want to be able to contact you.
but
on
aren't we
social
all
media.
working towards the point when we don't have to be on social media anymore?
Yes. So we can
100%.
pay other people to
Like,
do it.
I
Yes.
play the lottery just so I don't have to be on social media one day.
Yeah.
I would love
Yeah.
to. I would love to not be on it. And I think I'd like to think that if I met somebody who didn't have it, that would be a huge green flag.
Right?
But it is obviously it's how we get to, it's how you do your little background research on people to figure out, if they have good politics or whatever. But
Yeah.
I think, I do think that it is, I think the level of star that George Clooney is, I actually do think that when
you
famous
can't.
people engage with stuff online, it completely takes you down.
Oh my God.
And I think that it's so wise to just be like, that is not even something I touch. And that he probably has lots of good politics because of who his wife is.
I mean them all.
And he doesn't need to speak. I mean, I like people who speak out about good politics, like Mark Ruffalo, but social media is something different. Nothing.
Even
nothing
Mark
good happening there.
Ruffalo, I feel like it's too much. I mean, I get it. I love all the things he says, but it is you could support someone else that's support them all. That's what I think. If you're a
The
celebrity,
people doing the actual
be
work.
the producer of the people that are doing the work. It just, for me, a lot of Mark Ruffalo, again, I'm a huge Mark Ruffalo fan.
Me too.
But it does
Boing.
sound like he is screaming into the void on his phone all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all angry. You know,
Yeah,
I think it doesn't bother me with him just because no one else is.
Sure.
And I feel like
Somebody's
Mark
got
Ruffalo
to.
is the guy like, does anyone else want to say fuck
Yeah.
ice too? No? Okay, then I'll say it. And so I appreciate it from him.
I hear you.
I also imagine it spurns him to scream it louder and more often too because other celebrities don't, you know?
Yeah.
And I think because he has reached a level of like box office success where he's not that vulnerable. For whatever reason, he's just able to do that in a way that, I don't know, other stars either choose not to or maybe feel like they can't do it with obviously like the actress from Scream got totally fucked for speaking out, you know.
yeah.
So, like,
if he did it as in like Hulk voice, I think that would
Smart
be better.
Hulk
Make it a
too.
bit.
Yeah. To make it into a Marvel bit. Marvel loves it when their celebrities get involved in politics.
abolished now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, make him the smart one. Make him the sexier one, and then and then have him say it. And then I'll do whatever he wants. But you know, maybe some celebrities are just too damn classy to be on social media, or maybe I'm just assuming that because I'm obsessed with Olivia Colman and Wicker. The Wicker is
Love her.
calling.
Wicker.
I'm ready for Wicker. And Olivia Colman, this bitch, she don't even need it. She needs a Wicker Skarsgård to pump her full of basket juice. But she doesn't need social media. She says, apparently there are people who are pretending to be me, but I don't have it. So I can't see it. And
love this.
Oh,
how nice. Be like, I don't go there. I don't know what you're talking
But
about.
also at the same time, she doesn't just say that. She, of course, says, I'm not brave enough. I know it would hurt. I'm not very thick-skinned, and so I don't want to know. I would rather pretend that no one ever sees a film that we make, actually. We really hope to do something to make people enjoy it. So when people go, oh, I don't like it, it does hurt because a lot of effort goes into something. So, and you know, it's hard because
We're all like that.
We
by
are
the way.
all so many artists are like this. We're all like this, and it is so. We're all so vulnerable, and we're also just like, oh. But you know, if we could all be the Olivia Colman that we want to be, you know,
I always feel like Olivia Colman would just be, if she didn't pop and become this huge celebrity, she would still be doing the good work of acting and theater and stuff. Like, she strikes me as that.
God, I
type
love
of
Olivia
actor.
Colman. I'd do anything for her. I'd also do anything for John Hamm. John Hamm recently, he's about to become a daddy. John Hamm gonna become a daddy. He used that big old dick for what it's made to be used for.
Does he have a huge hog?
Oh,
Huge
yeah.
hug. Seena, you're not on social media if you don't know about his hug.
My algorithm is about international relations, not John Hamm's hog.
Oh, dog. They had
missing
to,
out.
literally, for Mad Men, because of the way that the pants were, they had
Stop
to
it.
let out the front of the pants to let in the big of a hog.
It was a disruptive hog, Seena.
Disruptive
it
hog.
caused chaos in the wardrobe
It was a
department.
Wiz Khalifa in biking shorts hog.
Yes,
That level of hog.
Yes.
It was a Jason Derulo in Cats.
Oh, yeah. Milk. Oh, everybody was screaming
He
milk.
does have big features, so it tracks.
Big
John Hamm?
Yeah.
features.
Yeah.
He's got a
big.
big head, big looking nose. He's got it kind of like big.
Yeah.
Those hands look big.
And that's why I feel bad for the woman that's got to shoot the child out of her. So hopefully that works out well. Maybe it'll be made out of wicker. It'll be more pliable. Pliable when wet. That's what they say about wicker.
wow.
But Scarlett
pants
Johansson, of course, she's so beautiful. She's such a goddess. And of course, Scarlett Johansson does not have social media.
Everyone on this list is very
It's
beautiful
just
and
hotter
very
than the
high class.
Yes. It's just like, oh, of course. You know, like Keira Knightley doesn't want to know what anybody's
Of course.
saying about her. But then
Yeah.
there's also the youth. I was so surprised. Mikey Madison. Mikey Madison doesn't have social media, which I was very, very surprised about. And this is, you know, someone coming in, going to be on the new Social Reckoning movie, the new Facebook, another Facebook movie.
Oh, right.
Another Facebook movie.
Why not?
By Aaron Sorkin.
Seena by
It's a
Aaron
Sorkin,
Sorkin.
Zuckerberg together at last.
I just, I can't puke farther or faster than even just thinking about that. Are you excited to see it? Are you a Sorkinator?
No, I mean West Wing is where I'll stop.
We love. I see.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Everybody
I love
loves West
CJ.
Wing.
You know, we're here for West Wing. I know, but are you?
We're talking.
What else is there?
I mean, the social reckoning.
The newsroom.
Seena.
The newsroom, sure. I'll fuck with the newsroom a little bit, but like I will watch all of West Wing once every 4 or 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's The Sopranos for me. So
Yeah.
for you,
I
that
will
is-
have it on like when I actually last time it was when Kamala started running, which was that didn't work out. But I was so excited. I was like, you know what? Maybe we will get back to that ideal, slightly pre 9/11 time of where we believe in government.
Everyone who has an idealistic liberal inside of them has
Yeah.
a little love affair with the West Wing if they were the right age at the right time.
You mean a good argument can actually change someone's mind?
Whoa, that is groundbreaking. That is groundbreaking. Not anymore. Not anymore, Seena. No, you just gotta shove your hands so far up their ass that they turn into a puppet for ya. But, don't worry. He did also do the Steve Jobs movie. But he didn't direct it.
I did not like that.
Danny Boyle directed it. But that's my list for you guys. I'm just over here dreaming about what could be without social media. Or maybe it's all going to implode. Seena, you know a lot more about technology than I do. Is it all going to implode?
You put it in italics when you said that.
Yeah, 'cause I was literally gonna say like the zip zaps, like I was like whatever, and I was like whatever Jackie you're about to say,
The
he's not
ones
gonna
and
understand.
zeros.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, it's a different kind of binary talk. So is it gonna go away? Are we gonna get
Social
rid of
media?
it? Yeah, can we get rid of it?
No.
Can I
no.
ask you to get rid of it?
I will say one thing. If there is any sort of promise to the future,
And is there?
is that social media will eventually become AIs talking and posting for each other, and ideally,
And they're just
Talking to each other.
okay, great,
Yeah.
great, great,
and
great.
then we could go back to just being humans that connect with each other. That is my hope, at least.
Honestly, it's part of what I loved about Midsummer Scream so much and what I love about going to these cons. I love interacting with humans. I love showing humans like this is a human that made my husband, I didn't make the art, but this is a human that made this art. Like buy it directly from him.
Yeah.
It's such I think it's such a cool interaction to have of someone respecting what you make and actually being able to purchase it from you.
If you want, here's the real take on this stuff. If you look at where the technology stuff is going right now, if the Chinese open models actually break the AI industry, meaning like a free model breaks open all the stuff that they're trying
I
to
thought you gotta
shove.
pay models.
Well, there's paid models that they're all $1 trillion, but if China basically makes the free version and the world starts using that as opposed to how they've put all this money into these data centers that no one wants and all this stuff, and China just comes along and makes the Shenzhen version that everyone wants and it costs nothing, then everything changes. Then things collapse in a way where we can rebuild and we become more human. That's I know, but then again, I'm the West Wing guy.
That's is that Aaron Sorkin talking?
Yes.
Is that Martin Sheen
It's like, if we can turn all the data centers and Alligator Alcatraz, if we could turn that into housing for the homeless at some point, it's like if we could take that and turn and that's what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, there's good heating in a data center.
In Israel. Sorry, I think of the Goop. I think of the Goop. The Goop commercial in Israel. What are you on the Upper West Side? No, in Israel.
In Israel.
I watched that. I'm sorry, I watched that
was
commercial
hysterical.
way too many times.
It's very good. But you know what? I can't watch anything because I've lost my eyesight. I think I'm going
blind.
items.
We can't see anymore.
Yes.
It was closer. And it was closer and it was faster. Every time we do it, it's going to get closer and faster. But here's the thing.
It's great.
Every time it's going to be with a new, different guest host. So you're going to hear us
Start
stumble.
over.
It's kind of fun, though. And then we're going to whip them into shape.
People will
watch
be
it
so thankful to you, Seena, because you're the first guest host, I think, to try to sing. And so you're brave. # brave.
Oh my God. Okay. Yes. And also probably for all the other things that you talk about and share awareness of.
Oh,
also,
yeah, sure.
yes. But thank you for all those things.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll try to keep singing. All right, let's do it.
Blind number 1. When the former Disney actress brings out her former groomer for thousands of people to applaud, she must know the press will report it and bring up the grooming. So, was the former Disney actress trying to cancel him for grooming her back in the day, or wanting to celebrate the grooming?
Did I get really lost in the Guy Fieri groomer when he hooked up with his hairstylist, and when we and I was like, oh, was the hairstylist grooming Guy Fieri? And I was coming up with so many grooming jokes of Guy Fieri in many years ago, everyone having thought that he used to bang his hairstylist, but it has nothing to do with that.
This is not a hairstylist. This is a person who dated this Disney actress when she was still a teenager, very publicly.
Is this Dane Cook?
No.
Wow. I haven't thought about Dane Cook in a second.
To be honest, you're kind of in the right
Similar
time period.
Okay,
Not
time
similar
period.
style, but it's similar time period. Okay,
so Disney star dating, and
Disney
so the
star.
and the one she was dating also well known, groomers well known.
Okay,
We're talking
I did
about like
not know.
a child groomer, not you're talking about a hair.
I was making
We're not
a joke.
talking
It's
about
Yeah.
a
very
child
different.
groomer
I was
or a hair
confused.
groomer. Okay, so here's what
I was
happened,
making
guys.
a non-joke that really, I'm glad it really threw it off.
Rein it in. Last week,
Okay.
this artist, who is a singer and an actress, she was on stage at MSG, I think, and she brings up this person who is her ex to be like, hey, everybody, let's all give a big hello to this guy or whatever. And that guy was her like first boyfriend when she was 16.
It's not
and
Rachel
he
Evan Wood and Marilyn
was
Manson, is it?
25. No.
No.
Better. He is from a band that everybody loved. Let me remember what their biggest song was.
Mark Wahlberg never. No, he just hits. He
because
just punches. He could have stopped 9/11.
Okay, I should have preloaded a song to sing.
You ever hear Mark
This is
Wahlberg
the
talk about how
anthem,
he-
put
oh.
your damn hands up.
What?
This is the anthem. Put your damn hands up. No, nothing.
Is that Blink? No.
Pink?
This is the anthem.
Lit?
No. Oh my God.
Is it a rapper? Are
This
you
is
rapping?
the anthem. Put
Lifestyles
your
of the rich
damn
and
hands-
famous.
Oh, that's Good Charlotte.
Yes.
Oh, together with Hillary Duff?
Is it
Yes.
the drummer guy? No.
Hillary
it's
Duff.
The front man. The front man from Good Charlotte was 25. His name is Joel Madden, and he dated Hillary Duff when she was 16. And they were in a public. They were in a
She
public
looked older,
relationship.
though.
Yeah, so that was on her. Yeah, that was really. Thank you for bringing that up, Seena. Like that was on her.
Yeah.
She was wearing
And,
bras from the age
way
of like
she
12.
was dressed,
You know what I mean? Like
I don't think you could really.
So she brought him up at MSG for like a surprise performance last week. And everybody's like, in the way that we often revisit things from the past. And people are like, wait a minute, they dated. She was 16 when they dated. He was 25 when
Isn't
they
grooming
dated.
just good conversation at the end of the day?
Aren't you just grooming your kids to be good people? You know, isn't it just like there's a spectrum of grooming, and
man.
some of it is fine. Like he probably taught her to be better at a lot of things, and I think she probably needed to know because she was only 16.
Don't
So
clip
she
my
has not
grooming stuff.
Clip it, just clip it.
As of now, she has not said anything about this, but other people are like, it is just like, oh yeah, remember that? Wait a minute, that's real messed up. As is many things that we remember from I'm going to say pre-2014. You think back and you're like, that's really messed up. Nobody was saying we shouldn't have a 25-year-old dating a 16-year-old
Right.
back then.
I also feel like it is a different idea as someone that like did have instances with different older men. Unfortunately, it really has to do, I guess, with how hot they are and how much you were into them. Like I mean it, like it's like where it's like if you look back and you're like, yeah, but that, and also like, was he good to her? Good. I'm not saying he is still
Yeah.
grooming her. I'm saying in her brain that he's like, oh, but he was so good to me. So like that, like she would assume of like, oh, but he was a good experience.
Yeah,
This
he
is
got
not-
her
think-
ice
right.
cream.
And it's like this, yeah, it's like he took me to school. Like it is.
I think what's weird about this one is that, right, she has never said, oh, that was really messed up. And then so she just brought him up. And so
Which
that's
she
why
shouldn't
this-
have to, you know.
Of course, no, it's not on her. It's not on her to like disown the fact that she was groomed. But because it has never come up before, I think that's why people are like, this is so weird. So this blind is asking, did she basically do this to like set him up for scrutiny about the fact that this happened?
What?
And she's never been able to. Why did she bring him up on stage?
For
Seena?
PR, just for literally because would we be talking about Hillary Duff right now if she didn't? I didn't even
Did
know she was
she
performing
not-
at MSG.
It's 2026. Did she not think, if I bring up my ex-boyfriend from when I was 16 and he was 25, will people think that's weird?
And will
It's-
people talk about it, MJ?
And will people talk
literally,
about
I think
it?
that's it. I think
Wow.
I think you just
Yeah.
hit the nail on the head. I think that's
Well.
exactly what they did. I think that it's not, it's not a secret. It's just the kind of thing that was never really put under a microscope during
Exactly.
2026.
Exactly. This is not a reveal. It is a thing that we are revisiting, realizing it was all messed up. But obviously, I'm being facetious when I say nobody was saying that it's wrong for a 16-year-old to date a 25-year-old back then, because we did know that objectively. We knew it, but there wasn't the same level of judgment and scrutiny about
Of
correct
hiding it,
judgment
at
and
least.
scrutiny
Yeah.
of that behavior that there is now. And so I think that this is just one of those things that hasn't been revisited, and we don't know what the motivations were of bringing it up, aside from perhaps PR for Hillary Duff's
I can imagine Hillary Duff talking to her PR person and be like, "Do you think it's going to be a problem?" And PR person's like, "No, it'll be wonderful. Please,
That's
it'll be
what I
great.
feel
No
like
one
it
will
is.
mind at all."
Yes, yes.
That's the thing. I don't want to accuse Hillary Duff of being like of cynically doing the. But then the fact that she brought him up seems like maybe they're cool with each other. Like maybe it ended well. Maybe he's an ex that they get along. Even though again she was 16, he was 25, kind of inherently messed up. But one of these things where if it didn't feel messed, like you guys were saying, if it didn't feel messed up to her at the time, maybe she doesn't have any negative feelings about it. It's a yikes. It's a big
yikes from us, dog.
It's a yikes.
You know, but
There's nothing good about this.
There's lots of things out there. There's still that song, "She's just 16 years old, leave her alone," they said. And yeah, it's a yacht rock song called "Into the Night" by Benny Mardones. And I think about that song all the time. You would
Yeah.
know it if you heard it and you like yacht rock. And if I sang the chorus, I'm not going to sing the chorus to you guys because I'm not going to continue on. But every time I hear it, I'm like, man, that song's still out there, huh? Yeah.
I mean, there's that whole, the Beatles have their, "Hey, she was just 17.
And at least in the Into the Night, she was just 16 years old. Leave her alone, they said. Like, they did say to leave her alone,
But
but
he sounds like he's not listening.
he didn't. He
Okay.
didn't, guys. But if he wanted to just take her into the night and show her love, okay?
Blind number 2. This guy, the backlash this week about the A-list everything in his mind celebrity brought back memories of him fighting off multiple SA allegations, or the fact, while spending all day preparing to film, he would never wear his wedding ring when meeting his fans. He would only wear it when actually on air. Oh, and then there is the time that he got a girl pregnant and forced her to get an abortion. Oh, or the time he cheated on his girlfriend the day before his wedding, and also the day after he got married. The only reason the R-word allegations went away is because the network where he was working didn't want the television show on which he was starring to lose viewers.
Wow.
Okay, so I know this is a very unpleasant blind item. He's a TV guy. His first TV show was from the 90s. I talk about it all the time. I was obsessed with this show. It was
Mario
the first-
Lopez.
Correct.
Wow. Couldn't have happened to a shittier guy.
Yes.
Good.
Wow, I didn't know any of that stuff about him, and none of it's as surprising.
Bro, did you see
Yeah.
the AI the AI post that he posted last week of him and his niece? And his niece is probably, I'm going to guess,
19.
She's 19. And it was her eating 2 huge hot dogs and then gooshing mustard all over her. And Mario Lopez next to her going, "She's crazy. She's crazy." As she's like smearing like mustard all over her.
It's
and just this-
extremely phallic and suggestive, but also disgusting. It's really weird.
Yeah. It's real weird. So what is this blind saying then, MJ, if you could put this all together?
Okay, so basically the blind is saying, like, there is an Us Weekly article from last week about that AI video of his niece. Mario Lopez sparks backlash after sharing bizarre AI video of niece eating hot dogs at a baseball game. So basically people saw that and they were like, this is really weirdly suggestive and inappropriate. And then all this, and I'm sure you saw, Jackie, we got a bunch of feedback from talking about him last week because apparently he's MAGA. I did not independently confirm that, but okay, so I didn't know that.
I mean, this really makes it especially clear, I would say, because they really do love overt use
He
of
MCs
AI.
a lot of the events.
Oh, does
really?
he?
Yeah, I've seen him do stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so he's just a scourge on the earth, but
Yeah.
So this blind to go back through it. Basically, Mario Lopez has all these backlash this week because of the AI video. It's bringing back memories of him fighting off multiple essay allegations. He's on set. He's not wearing his wedding ring. He got a girl pregnant, forced her to get an abortion. He cheated on his girlfriend the day before the wedding and also the day after he got married. And the reason that the
day
essay
before
And the day after. But you know what? He took the day of the wedding off, and we thank him for that. Thank you for your service, brave. Can we say brave, Mario Lopez?
It is a wedding weekend is busy. Getting that in before and after is surprising. But that and then so
Must be not much to get in.
Did you try
Come
your
on.
tux up? No, I was getting
I was figuring something else out.
the
getting the
sounds like at
candles
least those were
together.
consensual. But then these allegations, the essay allegations, basically, according to the blind, were shoved under by the network for the show that he was working on. But what show was that? Fucking,
Saved by the Bell?
Couldn't have been Saved by the Bell. Must have been something more recent than that. Access Hollywood or whatever the hell he hosts, because it couldn't. I mean, this was way.
I'm glad when you look him up, Holiday in Handcuffs comes up first. And actually, it makes me want to rewatch Holiday in Handcuffs. Seena, MJ, and I watched Holiday in Handcuffs like 2 or 3 years ago, and it was made in 2007. It's Melissa Joan Hart, and essentially she steals Mario Lopez and sexually assaults him, but it is like done in a like zany.
It's wacky
because it's in 2007, and it is. I'm not saying that I'm happy that it happened to Mario Lopez, but
it's a wacky kidnapping story. And yeah, so I don't know literally what television. I mean, he's obviously been on television a lot, but it's all stupid shit. Access Hollywood, Extra, all this, celeb stuff that he does, X Factor, like what show is going to bat for Mario Lopez? But that's what they say. That's what people say.
I wonder if this is, he is still making holiday movies, but I wonder if this is still for Hallmark or if it's for, and I am just having conjecture here, or is it for the Candace Cameron Bure, like MAGA Christian facsimile that like once Hallmark started including diversity that she shoved off and made her own thing where it's like good Christian morals are.
Politically, I always see him in that sphere.
Yeah, I think it seems definitely, it would make sense. I can't oh no, it's on the Lifetime network, which Lifetime, let's clean up the network, shall we? All right, we've got Finding Mr. Christmas over on Hallmark. Aren't you trying to compete here? Get rid of the Mario Lopez, will ya?
Get him out of there. And blind number 3. Why, yes, that was the one named foreign-born married singer hitting on young women at a funeral.
Yikes.
On board.
Sting.
You're in the right generation.
Robbie Williams.
One name. Oh, the monkey. He's too busy
monkey.
being a monkey. Someone asked us to play Robbie Williams on Friday on Jacket, and I just kept being like, he's not a monkey no more, boys. No monkey no more. Apparently the monkey movie is fun. And everyone keeps telling me that the monkey movie is better than me just calling it the monkey movie.
It is a very... I watched it folding laundry.
Did you? Oh my God, were you teaching AI how to fold laundry as you did it? Sorry, Seena and I were talking about folding laundry and AI earlier. How was it?
I mean, it was a movie I would not pay to see, but I would have on in the background while I was like cleaning the house.
Yes, a bit of a Love Island territory. Sorry, MJ, we'll get back to this.
Okay, I'm not sure if this will help. There was a very beloved Irish musician who passed last week, and this single married singer
It's
hitting
not
on young
Enya. I
women
know
was
Enya's
at
alone
that. He was at that funeral. I'll
at
start
that
singing
funeral.
if you want me to.
Hit it.
I
No, you
still
won't. You're a
haven't
liar.
Found what I'm looking for.
Oh, the other one that's
And
not
it's
Sting.
not-
Bono.
that was
Bono. It is the other one that's not
Bono.
Sting. Did you hear me what I just said out there?
Bono.
The
Yes.
other one that's not Sting. And please come at me, explain to me the differences. I know they're two different people. I know that they are. And I'm just going to leave it at that. But that's about it. I know that they are two different people.
Bono is the Epstein Island version of Sting.
Oh my God.
Okay?
So everyone's
It's
going
a
to
shame
scream at
because
me.
he's
is what you're
Irish, and
saying.
I always root for the Irish, but I
Well,
don't root for
Bono
Bono.
sucks. I hate
I know.
ever since you two put that song in my iTunes library.
I know. I've never forgiven them.
I'm just seething with
I know.
resentment and I loathe Bono. Also,
I
that
loathe
band
Bono.
is trash.
I loathe YouTube.
That's
yeah.
it's really what it is. I think
not
that's
YouTube,
what it
YouTube.
is. I don't like U2, but I like the Police, and I need to not confuse them. But I will
know.
throw it out there: if you put in Bono versus Sting, which is what I did, I'm not alone in confusing the two of them. So
I do
I'm
think
happy
Sting
about
is
that.
much handsomer, and yeah, it has better music.
Better actor.
I'm way more upset about confusing children of a lesser god and their eyes were watching God than I am about confusing the two of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, everybody deserves to be upset at me about that. I'll take that one. I just think that I understood what my brain was doing. I'm not saying the content of the two stories is the same,
No,
but the
they're not.
wording of the titles it's all about
Little
God.
different.
How am I supposed to keep track of the various God texts, okay?
Right? The
Well-
verbal, you know what I mean? Whatever it's called. So what's Bono? Bono's bad, huh?
Bono's flirting at the funeral. You know, are we surprised? Glenn Hansard's funeral.
No, but are
very
we
beloved
upset about flirting at a funeral? You know, I think
No,
I'm fine with it.
But if you're married, I don't think you should.
Sure, and if you're, the one is in the coffin, or is it fine? Like if you're married but your wife is in the coffin, are you allowed to still flirt?
Should
No,
we
don't
judge
flirt
how
at that.
people grieve, though?
Don't
That's what
flirt
I'm
at that
saying.
funeral. No.
Sometimes you got a hole to fill, MJ, and you got to
Listen,
fill it.
I don't judge married people for flirting if it is totally harmless and just totally extremely like middle school level of flirting that's never going to go anywhere. I don't judge married people for flirting. Not going to judge you for flirting at a funeral. But put it all together, and I think I will judge a much older man for flirting with younger women. So I think that's really, of all of the offensives listed in this blind, it being Bono is the first, and
Yeah.
being an older man, younger woman is the second.
Yeah, and I'm just singing flirting at a funeral to the tune of Dancing with a Stranger in my head over and over again with everything that you're saying, and it makes me want to flirt at a funeral. I'm really seducing myself in my own brain.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
No.
Why?
I'm
The funerals
sad.
we've been to in the last year
Yeah.
have been so chill. And I think that when nothing makes me hernier.
Yeah.
Oh, than just crying.
Cold
and
corpse in the
just,
ground.
yeah, thinking about how expensive it all is. But MJ, can you see again?
I sure can.
Because that is really great, because before we can fill our brains with the knowledge of future possibilities, we have to fill our mouths, because it's time for Jackie's Snackies. Now, Seena, you don't have to sing along with this song, because neither one of us know all the words to this song, but I do want to, like last time, I'd like you to get down. Snacky,
I've been a snacky girl.
Snacky?
I've been a
What?
snacky girl.
You get it.
I've been
You
a
like
snacky,
it.
snacky,
You
snacky.
eat it.
Is somebody gonna eat those chips? Is somebody gonna dip those dips? Is somebody gonna try those candies? I got stamina, they say I'm a snackly.
Snackly. I think that's what they say.
Snackly. Snackly. Like an athlete.
Snackly.
Exactly.
Thank you, MJ.
Wow.
Thank you. But also, it's such a groove, isn't it?
It is.
Really
I
gets
love it.
It's a vibe. It gets you horny for some Oreos. Everybody make
Ooh.
way. Everybody make way. Because Seena, the last couple of times you've been on here,
Yeah.
I took you. I mean, I think last time I took you to Guppertown, and I really didn't want you to hate coming to do page 7.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing in Oreo Summer Carnival inspired fudge flavors. And, you know,
Summer
not all
Carnival.
of them. It's Summer
Wow.
Carnival. Oh, this
Okay.
is so for those that are not aware, Oreos puts out specific flavors that put together in collector's tins that you can only get on their website. I have not seen them in grocery stores, but I was curious because there are 6 different kinds of cookies in here. There's hot honey cornbread, there's cotton candy, there's lemonade, there's milkshake and fries, there's strawberry shortcake, and there's also dill pickle. Now, of course, we're going to have to try the dill pickle.
Yeah, I think so.
You know we're
I
going to have to
know.
try that. Unfortunately,
We're going to have to open with the dill.
we're gonna have to open with dill. But do you want to take? Will you hold
yeah.
this so I can take a picture of you with this?
I would try
collector's-
several of those, actually. I would try, the ones I want to try the least are lemonade and cotton candy.
So those are your least. So you would be more into a dill than
I would do dill pickle.
Wow, we got a dill head over here, and we knew that about you, MJ.
The milkshake and fries I would try. I'll bet that's going to be good.
I bet that one's going to be good. Which one do you want to try first, Seena? Because I am
let's
gonna
go
include-
bad. Let's go weird first.
Let's go. Oh, so you want to start with the dill? Oh man,
And then there was another one you said in the beginning.
hot honey cornbread.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
sounds
one.
scary.
That one sounds
I'll bet
scary.
that's
to
good.
you.
Hot honey cornbread in an Oreo?
Yeah, in an Oreo. Oh yeah, of course. There's all the Easter grass in there. Excuse
Yeah.
me, Springsgiving grass.
How do you want to do this?
Okay.
Easter grass, what month is it? It's August.
Well, that's why. I mean, it's not Easter grass. That's why I just whatever this stuff is.
Okay.
Okay. So do they say which one is
disorienting
which? I think you have to. Okay. We are here assuming. So you want to start with hot honey lemonade, or you want to start with dill pickle?
We could do hot honey or dill pickle.
Let's start with the dill pickle. Let's get in here. They're green, just
You're
like
going to be
we
able
each
to
get
smell
one.
it.
Hulk's and Elphaba's vagina.
Okay, I can't wait to get the bouquet here.
Yeah. Let's see how pickly we're talking about.
Is it a chocolate on the outside, pickle on the inside?
It is a frosting on the outside. I believe there is chocolate inside. What? What do I have to sell my soul to the devil to open it? Swear to God. I swear to God, give me. I'm about to go in with my teeth.
I'm doing the
The
teeth.
dentist says not to.
I wish I could help you.
Dentist says not to.
Dentist says a lot of things.
Ow,
Okay.
it hurts, dentist. Ow, it hurts.
Oh God!
Oh, it's pickly.
It's individually
Would
wrapped?
you take me to? Oh yeah, or else all the flavors
That
are gonna go
is
inside.
jelly.
Meld.
Oh,
Got it.
it is.
What is it?
we
Can you
about-
hold it up to the? What does it look like? It's
Everyone
green
will
on the
see if
outside.
you if you
Okay.
follow me Last
Yep.
Pod Network
Okay.
or Jack
All right,
That Worm.
thank you, Seena. Yep, got it.
And I will show the picture of.
It's like the color of my shirt.
Let's get
Yeah.
into it. All right.
I need to know everything. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
I thought
They don't look that upset.
I'm not as upset as I thought it was.
I
gonna
thought it
be.
was going to hit harder with the dill.
You know what it is? The smell is so strong
Yeah.
that you would think, oh, this is going to be bad. However, fascinating because last time they did not do this. All of the flavor is only in the frosting.
Exactly.
So the Oreo inside is just Oreo. So really, it's like two separate entities. Like you get the dill and you get the Oreo, but you don't really get them intermingling. But it's weird you do, but it's like not offensive.
You know what they should have done for a carnival is they should have done a fried Oreo.
Yeah.
Like, but it's
They
not
should
fried,
have,
but it's like
yeah.
containing the flavors
Or
of
like
the
a
fried Oreo.
puke
I don't know if I
Oreo
want this.
for all of it. Yeah, I don't think I want it anymore. Like I don't want to continue.
It's not
But
awful.
I'm not angry about it.
Tell you what, better than those satellites.
Oh man, I gave you satellites and guppers. I really have screwed you over.
Well, it's because that one
recently.
time you gave me like The creme de la creme of
And
snacking.
that's the problem and then I gotta knock you back down. All right, so we're gonna eat 2 different flavors. You want to
Okay.
try the hot honey cornbread?
Sure.
I think that's this one. I'm assuming because there's 2 yellow ones, and I know there's no piss, but there is lemonade
There's a
and there is hot
lemonade.
honey cornbread. So it's one of these.
I would pick the one that's darker. It's
Darker.
probably the hot honey.
You got
honey
the darker
cornbread,
one,
yeah.
and MJ, you wanted to try the milkshake and fries, right? So
Yes.
let's see. Let's get
You're
into
gonna be
this
my
one.
surrogate mouth for me.
I'll be your mouth, MJ. I'll be your big eater. That was to the tune of Heat Miser. All right, it's another teether.
Really, clip this out. Clip it out.
It's stuck in my teeth. There's plastic stuck in my teeth. Ew.
Oh, did it get in between?
Ew, the plastic was
Oh,
stuck in my
no.
teeth. Ew.
That's okay.
Oh, you
It's
gotta
just
go-
the microplastics
It's just
that are bad
honestly,
for you.
the microplastics are already inside of Jeff's dick, and he empties those inside of me. So it's like the plastic in you is the plastic in me, and isn't that nice? And isn't that
Oh,
beautiful? We were
God.
talking about human connection earlier. Oh, I'm not vamping,
this-
so I can open up the. Okay, what do we got?
Is this hot honey?
Hot honey.
This might be lemonade.
Oh, it might be lemonade. The darker one is lemonade.
This might be lemonade.
feel like
not a
that's-
good sign.
It is lemonade.
This is good.
Oh, but it's good. But
And
it's
it's the
lemonade.
vanilla cracker.
Okay, so it tastes like a lemon fucking
Yeah.
pie or something.
Yeah, it's good.
Some shit. I don't like citrus pies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, get it away from
Like
me.
a key lime? You don't like a key
Nope.
lime? Wow.
I love Florida
I'm calling this out.
politically. Just kidding.
Calling out the milkshake and fries. Calling out the milkshake and fries. This is just a chocolate covered Oreo. This does not taste like milkshake or fries.
It's
and
not
I'm
giving
very.
fries.
It is not given fries. There's a little bit of aftertaste of grease, but
Mm.
other than that, nothing. And I am disappointed. You
That is
heard it here
disappointing.
from me first. Don't
Okay.
buy them. They're fine. They're fine. But
Yeah.
honestly, the problem is they force you to buy the tin.
Yeah.
And I don't want the tin.
You don't
What
want the tin.
Well,
I think
that's
the
what-
tin is
that's-
so lovely, grandma. It's giving grandma.
Yeah, but what do I have? Buttons? Like, what am I
This
going
is
to
the
put there?
collector's item. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
where-
so you both think that I'm wrong, that I should be put. What do I put in this? Like,
do you
I
mean?
would do it only for the tin.
yeah, MJ thinks that MJ's happy that I have the tin. I don't know what the hell to do with this.
Put your weed in it.
Oh, put some weed in it. Never mind. I know exactly what to do. I'll put some weed in it.
Asked and answered.
Yeah.
MJ, what
Yeah.
have you got going on?
Okay. I found. Remember, I'm on. Ew.
What?
Okay. It's a tiny can. It's a tiny cocktail.
Because MJ's in the middle of nowhere. They can't get snacks. They can't get drinks. Come on, everybody, making up words. Mini Munch.
You're my wild thrill.
It's MJ's. Mini Munch. Mini Munch. Mini Munch.
Okay, so I am at a vacation house in the woods. There's no bodega to wander down to. I have found the most novel thing in the house, which is a tip-top cocktail in a can.
Whoa, I thought you were
nice.
going to bring me like a
Ooh.
haunted boy that you found in a closet. I'm so disappointed.
Mai Tai?
It is a Mai Tai because that was the most novel flavor.
That's an instant headache for me.
Okay.
and that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also what's great is that this is the middle of the day for you, MJ, but you are technically on family, we don't call it vacation, family trip right now. So
Good. I'm glad you know the difference.
I know the difference.
I will say
I
from
know the
a
difference.
I'm now my kids are 8 and almost 7. It's still a family trip, and it much more feels like actual vacation.
Good,
I'm having a great
good.
time.
So there's
it gets
hope.
easier.
There's
It
hope.
gets-
There's
it
hope.
That
gets-
Seena?
oh my gosh, it is my life. My hardest day with a 8 and 7-year-old is easier than my. It's much better than when they were 5 and 3. That's all I can say.
I mean, this
Like,
last trip, we didn't have to bring like milk and diapers. So
Right,
that for
right.
Cosmo and
That
I were
was
like, this is
huge.
incredible.
Yeah.
Man, I have to bring my milk everywhere though because I'm like if I don't have access. Yeah.
So I've always heard of a Mai Tai. It is something that
Yeah.
Gen Xers drink, in my opinion. And yes, I got this can
Agreed.
from a Gen Xer, and the ingredients are rum, lime, and some words I don't know how to say. Curacao or jaunt.
That's it. That's definitely how you say it.
Curacao?
Yeah, I think it's Curacao,
Probably.
but I prefer the way MJ says it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just
It's gonna be so
They just
sweet.
started making crickle crackle sounds.
Oh God. Oh my.
So sweet.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
Ribbit.
You should also have it on the rocks, like out of the can is.
It does say to put it on the rocks.
Yeah.
But what am I going to go get a glass of ice in the middle of the show, Cena? No.
I don't know.
No.
Are you
Oh.
a professional or what? I don't know.
Yeah, tell them. It is very funny. Last
Oh,
week-
they're still drinking it.
Oh, they're still drinking it. Oh, they're still drinking it.
I was like, oh, we finished the show at about 3:45, and I'll have a little can and a cake. I'm not going to be finishing this.
Oh, you're
No.
not
Yeah.
going to be? It was funny. Last week we had these banana, it was King's Hawaiian, with like little nugs that you were supposed to warm up and put banana salt on, but we didn't warm them up, so we were just dipping them in. And it was funny afterwards. Adam was like, technically, you were supposed to warm them up, and I think that does make them a lot better, and I'm glad that we did it. I think it's good. These are cold, hard facts here. And MJ, we don't like it.
Is it cold?
It is cold.
Okay.
I mean, it's as cold as I got it out before we started recording, so it's an hour and a half.
So it's been sitting.
We're
Okay.
90 minutes deep.
I don't have an assistant. But children, bring me the Mai Tai.
With a bell. Don't you have a little bell at this point? You're on family trip.
I don't like it, but I don't think that's Tip Top's fault. I love this cute little can.
Yeah.
I
Can's
adore the
cute.
can. And so I don't think it's Tip Top's fault. I think it's Mai Tai's fault. I think I
Yes.
don't like a Mai Tai.
All right.
But I think that the little cans of Tip Top are cute. I love a canned cocktail.
I was just
you
going to
know.
ask you both about the canned cocktails. I love a
I
canned
love-
cocktail as
love.
well.
Oh, I'm down for anything that's more efficient. But I tell you, Seena, I just had quite an earthquake of a burp that tasted like dill and chocolate, and it was not my favorite. It erupted from below, and I just wanted to let you know that
Thank
that's
you.
going to happen in the future.
Yeah, you're also about to have some food dye coming out the other end as well.
Oh
just
my
so
God,
know.
you should thank your lucky stars, Seena, that I remembered that I hurt you the last two times, because Holden and I on Jackin', I think I'm going to have to bring them in at some point. These sour pickle balls that not only dyed our whole mouths, but they were the most foul thing, way worse than guppers. I'm going to have to do that to somebody, probably soon in the future, but not today, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this week's episode of Page 7. Thank you so much, MJ, for joining us with your tiny tip top while you're on family trip. Thank you so much, Seena, for joining us in the middle of the fury of all of the Leo birthdays that you are surrounded by. Excuse me, your wife is a cuspy. I forgive. You forgive me. And thank you so much for coming. Seena, where can we find you?
Oh, at Seena now on all the socials,
Love
and also Foreign Report Show. And Fraudsters is back now. We're just doing our, we did Eric Adams, and now we're doing our Vince McMahon series right now.
Awesome. And where can we find that?
Yes.
That's, fraudsters.fm. Oh, we have a Patreon there now.
Hell
Anywhere
yeah.
you get your podcasts. Again, I love doing this show, guys. Thank you.
Thank you
for
so
reminding
much.
me that
Having you.
America is cooked. So.
Yeah, and it's just, but in more ways than one. Isn't
Yeah.
it nice to know
It
it's not
really
just in your
is.
arena, it's in our arena as well. And we thank you all for joining us on Page 7. My name is Jackie Zabrowski. You can follow me on Instagram at JackThatWorm. Come on, hang out. I got a couple of shows out there. YouTube.com/@LPNRomantasy. You can check that out. You can check out YouTube.com/@Who'sTheBee. But also, don't forget, come watch the full video. YouTube.com/@Page7Pod. You can watch this and Second Helpings every week. Get on over there. Give it a follow. You'll know when it drops. MJ?
You can join our Patreon, patreon.com/page7podcast. We've got content for you there every single day of the week. And you can email us at page7podcast@gmail.com. We love hearing from you. You guys are wonderful, but the most wonderful of all is Seena. We love you.
Thank you.
People love you.
Thank you.
Come back
We love
soon.
you. Please, we
So
can't wait
much
to have you
fun.
back.
Yeah.
And everybody, have a great week.